Live.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to a Friday night, Saturday afternoon. Messages from above. We get to have the blessing of Cosmic Blue Avian. Nicole is back with us, and she is going to be for the first part of this. Just kind of doing messages for the collective about um not necessarily like predictions or anything like that, just things that help the body to relax, things that help the mind to grow, things that will help you maybe find some clarity. Um, in a little while, a little while, I'll go ahead and I'll tell everybody to put me's in there, and we won't be doing a lot, but those that Nicole are drawn to can have a personal message from above and then a personal message from the other side. But it will not be from a loved one. It'll just be from the ones that are in the room with me that I have invited in for this evening. So I'm going to say hi to some folks, and then we will let Nicole say hi and let us all know what she's been up to and all the blessings that she's had come lately. And we will get started. So, hi, Rossi. I see you. Hi, Joyful. Hello,
I
beautiful. Mel. Y'all excuse my voice. It sounds like I'm hoarse, but I'm not. So, I'm going to pop a cough drop. And, Nicole, how has it been going on? It's been, what, like 3 weeks since we got to see you?
eye twitching already. I had a new tooth put on. I had a crown on for the first crown. I finally got my crown. I'm now I'm a royalty. No, just kidding. No, I actually have a crown on my tooth. I never had one. And I'm nervous with needles, so I had to like expedite the time. So I squished it sooner so I can do something like this again, because otherwise I'd have to wait every other Saturday or so to get it done. So I got it done within a shorter time, and I like I said, I bit the bullet, and I just kind of sat there and took 2 needles, which I'm petrified about, and I just sat there and meditated through, and a lot of things popped up too, extra stuff, lots of fun, but it's good. It's been getting there. It's slowly balancing, eventually getting there,
Good.
getting there.
Is
Honey,
family doing good?
the family's doing much better. The
Great,
husband's
great.
there.
And y'all, it is kind of early for her. She's just getting around motivated, so she is gonna. If you guys see her eating, hey, we're all human and we eat, so you guys, no judgment.
I'm trying
She's
to
had
get
a little breakfast.
the chat. Hershey, I'm sorry, love, if I interrupted you. How do I get into the chat? I can't see it on the bottom.
Um,
Is it just?
Plucky and Rossi and Joyful are all just saying hi to everybody, and
I can't even see your
being,
comment. I wish I could. I
I
can't see.
don't know how to.
Oh, hold on. Maybe
At
my
the
brain
top,
cells.
you
I got
have
it. I got it. Brain
okay.
cells. They went in. They went boop there. I got it, girl. All right. Oh, hi guys. Nice to see you. Hello. All right. What are we ready for? We want a general message first? Let me just get a little superfood.
Yeah, I'll just let you kind of do your thing for a little bit, and whatever collectively you want to say to all the gems and the future watchers that are watching, and
Yeah, that's a good one.
whenever you're done, we'll start doing some me's.
I heard it. It's coming. They said we're ready. We're means source. Everybody, my lovely friends. We are. Source says we are ready to speak and have fun. Oops. My pen went flying.
We are ready to listen.
Like my pen, so I put my pen to get ready if I had to like write at the same time, and it just went and flew out of my hand.
I mean,
That much energies right now. This is fun. Okay. All right, back. Let me get that out of the back. This is not prep. This is called my back hurts a little. We need to get it out. 2 seconds. It's always fun. Always fun. We're always adjusting. Oh, that feels good now. Okay, 1 second. Reuven? Sorry, my son. Mommy! Now! You, please, come now. Come now, please. Please? Love you. Come now. Both. Come. I'm live right now. I need you to take Reuven. It's way too loud.
Okay. Well, come with me.
Thank you very much.
Let's go.
Sorry, guys. 2 seconds. I have to
Let's go.
clear the space.
Do whatever you need, sweetie.
It's just too much technology sounds around my head. And
No,
it's
no,
just
I
kicks the space.
yeah, I'm making some
Go,
fun.
mommy. Go, mommy. Go. And keep the air on in the living room, please. I'm going to boil.
I'm just making pumpkin.
Yeah, I'm telling you now, I'm going to overheat. I already feel it.
Okay.
I'm already sweating.
I love you.
I'm already sweating.
Well, I understand that one.
I'm already sweating, everyone. What? Okay. Let's just do this for the back. Let's keep the back slightly warm. All right. Sorry, guys. Thank you for your patience. You're all so lovely. And I mean that. I appreciate it. Oh, gosh. I even want these off. We are Source Creator. We love you all. We love that you are patient and kind. This vessel is very tired, but very willing, and we're very grateful. We want to tell you that all will be well. Not all is as you'd like it to be. Even the kind moments or even the achievements in, as this vessel calls, packages you like, they will not be wrapped up in pretty bows, and they will not be given to you or handed to you in kind ways. But very soon you must find the strength, the discernment, the hope, temperance, and then there's the presence of mind, presence of being, to be present, is that's what that breaks down to. But the presence of being at peace, even with the most uncomfortable or what you'd call darkest events to come. You have quite a few options at your disposal. And do not forget, this is an illusory, it's an illusion that we are playing. We are all actors, as this vessel calls, and all actors in a play. And some overact, some underact, some hide behind the sets, some paint the sets, some create the lighting, some do the sound engineering, some help with the actual orchestrating. But everyone is crucial, even the diva, even the one that steals extra food on the side and doesn't leave enough for all. And that is where your challenge begins. You are now at the pinnacle, at the paramount point of the top of your climb of that mountain. You have a choice. There are sides to this mountain. There's a side of snow where you can just slide down. There's a side where you have sporadic juxtapositions that are difficult and not so kind. But you will still get to the end result at the bottom of that mountain, one way or the other. There's another where it's far-fetched and beyond your imagination, if you're willing to let your belief systems fall to the wayside. We, Source Creator, love all. You are us. You are me, in quotes. We are one. There is no difference. There's no boundary. The illusion is that you're separated. The illusion is that there is defiance and anger and division. No, none. There's only connection, love, compassion, unification, oneness. Only. And this only ever has been this way. Old teachings, old belief systems that no longer suit work within the field energy. No longer necessary. If you feel it is doubtful in a primitive, primal, deep essence, release it. No matter how painful, no matter how unkind, no matter how close it is to you. And then you can reconnect a bridge to that individual or that situation or that experience. So you can bring it back to yourself. You are me, and I will then become more whole, and you come closer to me again. This whole experience is to experience. Breathe. Expand, grow. And the more we expand individually, the more the collective becomes one. You have a bad day. Someone over here in this part of the multiverse has experienced your bad day and says, wow, someone else feels my pain. And you made a connection. You gave them solace. And you didn't even know it. You caused a fire. You did something horrendous, immoral. Okay. But now someone over here on this side of the galaxy, on this side of the universe, says, wow, look. That I did that too, and I don't like it. You're right. It's not nice. You changed their perspective. You brought more light to the multiverse. And you didn't even know it. Don't look at fear as a horrible, erroneous emotion. It is necessary. Fear is only necessary to enable for growth, for movement, for shifting, for warning, nothing more. And after you get that warning, don't run. Stay. Think. Feel. Create. Assess. Accept. Surrender. Move on. That will guide you through all the chaos. Quotes are words that my vessel puts in. You've put in challenges. You've put in to elevate and move your soul forward, up, down, in all directions. It's important to understand how beautiful and loved and you are, the divine in you. It's an honor that you carry me with you. Thank you. You are never away from me. You will never be separate from me. All your guides are me. All their guides are you. Every angel, every spark, every entity, element that vibrates in dark matter, as you call it, is you, is me. And when you feel alone, and when these moments very, very soon in your future, we are not here to give you fear. We are here to give you tools to remember, even if the collective created it and this, you did not create this chaos, again, my vessel's word, this challenge that is to come, because there's a big one, especially to the United States of America. Very much so. And yes, it is what you were thinking of. And it is around November. So please remember who and what you are. You are divine. You are united. You are balanced. You are one with all that is what you call Source Me. And I love you. We love you. We say we because we are a collective of multiverse. And this universe that I am a part of infinite numbers, new concept, of other universes. And each one is connected together and feeds with each other and works with and expands with each other. And trust us when we say, we all love you. Thank you. We love you. Be at peace. Be one with all that is. Be one with yourselves. Just be at one. Be present. And go with love. Only love and compassion. No matter how difficult it may seem. Okay, that popped out.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow. Thank you. Wow, that was a beautiful message.
I kind of heard it too, but it was fun. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, wow, that was beautiful.
Whew.
So we had some more beautiful people come in. I hope everybody that came in is having a beautiful evening. It is a wonderful. Hi to Maruga and Pisces. Hello, hello, hello. Willow, hello. I think if I didn't say hello, 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 hello. So Rossi had a question for you, Nicole. It says, hopefully you are not near the fires.
No, we are, bless you, thank you. No, we are in Melbourne, and I purposely chose to live like literally a 5-10 minute walk to the beach. So we're like, I don't know, 7 blocks off a beach. So we're not near open fields where all the fires are, but thank you so much. Honestly, thank you.
Oh, wow, good. Thank goodness.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah.
Good.
You know, I have to check on people then. Thank you. I can check on people here. I wasn't paying attention to the news. I should watch.
Right, I feel you. So that was just beautiful. Like it was kind of mind blowing a little bit. Like, you know, I had no idea what was coming, but it was just like does that happen like when you're connected to source? I don't know. I feel like when I'm talking to source, that they like to call them uni, and like because there's many. Like I never talk to like one specific one. I just talk to the one of the moment.
Yeah,
you know.
I know what you're saying. No, this time it's more like this way. Source brought all of sources.
Oh, okay.
I'm like,
okay.
Kind of winding back in right now as you're talking.
No, I was wondering. I was wondering 3 weeks ago, and I totally. I think I meant to ask you, like, is it the same person every entity, being, immortal? I'm not. My human brain is not even sure if our human words even still describe the concept of what I think I imagine. Because even though I've been where I've been and the time length I was over there, I still never met like a the one or the one and only. You know, I never seen or had any of that. So you know, it's just like there's
Right.
still so many questions. You know, and
I
I'm
can
just
just
glad that you know I can be around to just hear messages because it kind of sounds like a not
it's a
I like
body thing.
an echo system, but it's like a frequency. You know,
Yes.
when one it's like one says it and then it's like somewhere like a long way away at another frequency I hear it again and then at another frequency it's um I guess it would be some version of echoed but not echoed or surround sound or something. I don't know, sometimes it can be a
Yeah.
bit
No,
overwhelming.
it is. You know, and the thing is, I've slowed down my life so much, and I've cut everything out completely.
Uh-huh.
That when I'm reading for some, I showed you the picture earlier, but I'll show it this time. See, this is like, oh, I don't know. Did you ever see it? That's a blue avian, right? Now, this one
That's
here. So that avian is sometimes that's the one, and an andromedan, which I can't show the drawing of because she says I'm not allowed to show her drawing. But she's like, yes, I'm the andromedan. I'm not allowed to be seen, which is quite funny. I could show the avian, but I can't show the andromedan, which I think is hysterical. But
right. Wow. Well, I've got two different questions for you. Rossi says, did the collective talk all at once, or did some take turns?
it,
Like,
it trickles in. No, it trickles in. It depends on who's willing to come through as a collect. Like if I start with source itself, right, and then source says, "Wait, you know we're all here," and then it pulls the rest in, and then I get even further out. So if when I was using my hands, that's the multiverse. When it's just source, I'm just like planted, like straight, like it don't move. Is what I just
okay,
heard. And,
okay,
and to be able to hear, it is a wave frequency. Excuse me, and it's a wave that goes. We were talking about it's the cosmic current that runs through all things that are, that is, that moves,
uh-huh,
that's
okay,
existing. So if you look at a space, for example, let's say you're in a spaceship, right? Or you're at the International Space Center out there, right outside of the exosphere, and you're
uh-huh,
looking around. You could, if we had the perfect vision as humans, which we do not, unfortunately, but if you had it, you can see the waves of energy coming through. This is what the intensity of the energy is coming through now is. It's that wave that goes through, and it just kind of flows like a wave, literally like a wave. Like as a crest, and it pushes, and it crests, and it pushes, and it crests, and it pushes right through the multiverse in like absolute, circular motions. So it goes back and
uh-huh,
forth, back and forth. So what you're describing is exactly correct about that. When it is a frequency, it's a very so subtle, and it's like this color. I don't know here. It's like that color, like greeny blue, aqua white. It's that color.
yeah, yeah. It's kind
It's
of like
quite,
I call it that sea foam. It's a odd, kind of like the
yeah,
color that I've got of kind of like our thing of. It's like I've been that
yeah.
or like an extreme
That's it.
beautiful shade of
Yeah,
turquoise I've never quite been able to find here on Earth. You know,
that's
usually
it.
in them two very distinct colors, unless it's Metatron and he's coming in silver because he every
Yeah.
time he comes in it's silver. Well, it
Silver.
is for me anyway. Him and
No, it's
Shakina
really
come in
silver.
on silver light. So
Yeah, yeah,
it's like it's so nice because it's not kind of muted or mellow tone. It's very,
yeah,
very
yeah.
dominantly bold and it's very unique coloring. So I understand what you mean by like the
Mm.
coloring of things. It sometimes gets brighter, like depending on the frequency that or the color they're maybe standing in front of or something. It's almost like I don't know if what
Yeah.
like reading auras is about, but like if they're like on a solid background or something, it's almost like you can kind of see, you know, like it get brighter or you know dimmer, or maybe even if it's a color completely different. Sometimes I'll be like, "Ooh, I thought you was a different color," you know, it'd be like,
No,
"Ooh, I didn't recognize," you know. So
yeah.
some I don't
No,
sometimes
that's
I
right.
wonder what the obstacle illusion is really all about. So we've
It
got
is.
one
That's
more.
Yeah.
Nicole, we got a couple more. Nicole says, Michelle says, Nicole, dang it, I'll get it out here in a minute.
It is the same connection each time, but what's happening now, it's becoming more uniformly engrossing when I'm doing it. Usually I can just keep my eyes open and just talk. Now I'm like, no, I'm being told, close the eyes, get out of the body. Just don't even. We're holding you. Like I'm literally being held to the left or the right. Like it doesn't even matter where. Like they pull me out. They go, I got you. It's like a big cradle. They hug me. I have like multiple hugs, and then I'm just told, this is the message. We have you. You are in the safest of spaces, and I get into like a golden white sphere, literally.
Right. Yeah, I've kind of seen that color before. So we're gonna go ahead and let you guys, if you would like a chance at being one of the 3 for a personal read tonight, go ahead and put me in, and then towards like the end, Nicole will pick the 3 that we're gonna read for or give messages for, whatever we are moved to do for you guys. But other than that, if you have any personal questions for Nicole about, maybe how we receive messages or, how we work amongst other collectives when we are, connected to our counterpart, our direct line, I don't know, the hotline, I don't know. I don't know. Like I'm learning so much, guys. Like I am quick to say I will call people in a second and be like, look, am I feeling this? Is this really blah blah blah. Like I just don't believe in the wrong question, or the to me the only dumb question was the one you didn't ask. So tonight you guys get about 15-20 minutes of just free conversation with us. Not free as in we're charging you. I'm saying like just if you really just wanted to know, if I have permission, I will answer it, but I'm not gatekeeping. They say I cannot answer it. You guys know the rules. I will not go against them, nor will I question it. If at any point there's personal gain, my team will not answer it. They will not go against balance. So that's just how it works in my world, and you guys mainly know that. But Nicole may have different boundaries or, a different way of communicating it without it having personal gain because of who she is connected to. Because we all have our own individual deities, immortals, and connections that we are working towards so that we can all originally and eventually get to the same place in a loving way and be there together, in my opinion.
I might pull out in a second. I'm starting to boil. Sorry.
No, understandable. I kind of shut me down with only a few in so that I didn't burn up too bad tonight because I knew you were going to be here, and I was like, it's going to become 1,000 degrees and I'm going to be boiling. No. No, I am capping my room at 15. No more than 15 in here tonight. Absolutely not. So my cap is set. I see Thomas got some people starring. Let me sneak over here and see if he's starring just me.
Yeah. Whenever it gets a list, I'll look through it and ask who wants to go first.
Well, Rossi's got not a basic, but she's got a question for you. It says, how do I adequate? Is that? Can you read that? I don't. Y'all, I suck with some words. Andromeda.
No, did a typo. She's probably tried to put something in the right, and then they typoed her because they do that to me all the time. Water and earth healing.
Andromeda. Is that like trying to make it? Is she's adequating it? Is that like when you have to let something acclimate or whatever? You're acclimating it.
Is acquiring, Rossi? Did you mean like acquiring water and earth healing and how to use it? Maybe is that where? I'll look at the chat in a second.
Yes, Thomas is here. You guys, that's not me in the chat. That's Thomas. You guys see my hands are up here. I'm a hand talker. Thomas is in the background helping. My computer is giving me the somewhat blues. So she says, no, it's correct. It's a healing.
Aqualite. I do Aqualite Andromeda water heal. Cool. What exactly do they do with it? How do they do it? Because I don't use modalities, so I'm very curious. As an Andromedan, part is me. We just naturally, it's in the DNA. So I'm curious, how does that work? That's lovely.
I like that. That sounds like a powerful tool, honestly.
It does.
I mean, it could just be me, but I think it sounds powerful. I love using lily water and Sprite juice and stuff like that. So,
but it makes sense because I do use water and earth as a combination. Like I use earth stones, constantly, and I use water at all times. Always, it's my thing. So I fully understand what that comment is. That's lovely. I wish I even knew about they had this kind of stuff, but I guess I'm not drawn to it because I'm already doing it, I guess. That's awesome.
Right.
If there's like a website or something for it, pass it on. Yeah, maybe someone else would really like it. That'd be really cool. Actually,
Frosty says water healing since humans and animals all are mostly water can heal animals water. Cool.
I'm drawn to
Hello, everybody coming in. Okay, so you guys, if there's no more like personal questions that you guys would like to know, I will go ahead and let Cole look at the starred. As of right now, we only have 4 over there. So for right now, I'm going to pause it and we'll go ahead and we'll just go ahead and do all 4 of these. And then we'll see how we feel energy wise. And we'll see if we will unpause them. But let's let her, she gets to choose the 4 and which order you guys go in. So can you see them?
I didn't see quite. I saw was Nancy was one of them. Jesri was one of them.
Jesri, Rossi, Nancy, and Joyful Journey right now are the first 4.
Joyful first.
Joyful.
Nancy. Okay. Yeah. Her Joyful, Nancy, Rossi, and the last one. Sorry, I don't know. Forgot the last one. Okay, that's how it came in. All right, Joyful. Taking out the pen. I'm seeing if anything comes in words. Patience. It's being repeated. Patience. With the self, you're too hard on yourself. Your name is Joyful. You're taking the joy out of your journey. And you're more profoundly gifted than that, powerful than that. You can do more you can actually just stop doing things. Just when you feel not even overwhelmed, just take a day or 2 or an hour or 5 minutes when you have a moment and just don't do anything. Don't think, don't draw, don't knit, don't garden, don't read a book, nothing. Just sit there and breathe. Because this technique of having to just be in that moment is going to help you get through whatever is that is coming. And it's not bad. It's a lesson. But it's a doable challenge of hope. It's a hopeful challenge. And it will set you up and kind of, I just got this image of like bulking up your muscles. It'll give you this muscle memory. It'll give you stronger. It'll give you more of a, not so much a buffer and ability to handle whatever is to come into the long-term future. And how to react differently and how to not be reactionary as you think you're reaction, because you're not, but There's no perfection in spiritualism. That was a joke. Sorry. That was Jesus making a joke. You know those pictures? Sorry, I had to pop in for a second. Jesus makes a joke and he goes like, "Oh, peace, peace." You know, like the, they had like he puts his hand up or something. He goes, "Oh, peace," you know, like that thing. That's what he just did. And he just made a joke. Sorry, guys. Jesus made a joke. But there's no perfection in acting or doing when you are in. Thank you, Jesus. That was funny. It's making me laugh again. Sorry. That's what he's saying. He's saying to be more joyous and just relax into it, because what's coming is you will get in a higher enlightened state, but you can't force it. You have to just, if it's ugly, it's ugly. If it's uncomfortable, it's uncomfortable. It's slimy, it's slimy. It's what is what it is. And you have to take it as it comes, and then take the time you need to accept it as it comes. And then you can move on, no matter how long it takes. And then that's good. You can be driving in a car and get angry in the car, and that's fine. Doesn't mean you're less enlightened. It means you are more, because you are aware that you're doing it. If you're doing it and you're unconsciously flipping someone off, that's not conscious awareness, and that's not enlightenment. But if you are an enlightened person and you're in the car and you flip someone off, which is not a nice thing to do, obviously, but if you do it, you did it, but you consciously did it. So it doesn't mean it's going to come back to you and hurt you in any energetic way. It just means you're like, oh yeah, I felt crappy that moment. Wow. And then it'll go away. It's that simple. Maybe someone gives you the finger. Oops. What's the harm in that? It's really it's not a big thing. You just need to stop being too hard, like overachieving. Perfectionism is overrated. It's unnecessary. None of it's necessary. You have this. You are more profoundly powerful than you think. You're so gifted. It doesn't need to have that. It's more of a just let it be. Even if people around you or things that are very close to you aren't doing what or following a pattern that may be helpful to you, you just have to let them figure it out, because it's not going to be that easy. It takes time, patience. So the first word is patience, more patience, and then more patience, discernment, assessment, acceptance, patience, let go, patience, let go. There's your message. Holy crap, there came a big piece.
Wow.
Jesus is funny. Jesus is funny.
Well, you've got patience, and I've got something to do with water, right? So yes. I kind of was catching the chat about the water, and then we were talking about water just a few minutes ago, and the message that I have from you, that the team and the 15 that are from the other side that have joined us tonight, the cards they picked for you are about water, right? But they want to remind you about one part of it, and that's the emotional part that moves water, right? They want you to pay attention and understand that you're weighing that water and you're playing in it, but you're weighing that water in an irrigated kind of situation when you're not in control of your emotions, right? So remember, when you're not in control, not only are you causing floods, somewhere else there is a drought going on because you are flooding somewhere. So in your emotions, make sure that you really hone that in and you tone you first, and then it won't be so harsh when it comes out. Hopefully, even if it's out of love, we can get carried away sometimes with our passions. So just remember that. And the other card that they wanted you to know was that there's something about the solitude and the independence and the peace that you've been in for a while now, because they came out upside down. So they want you to get out there. It's that time. It's about time for all of us to start getting back outside a little bit. If you're, somewhere in the northern hemisphere and you're going through winter, you're ready to get a little spring itchy ditchies and ready to get outside. So it is definitely time. You have hibernated long enough, and you do have a message. Just make sure that you don't overbear it and drop tsunami waves and drought somebody else that's not deserving of the drought or letting the punishment outweigh the crime when it comes to causing the tsunami waves with your emotions that you're doing to yourself. So just make sure you keep yourself in balance when you're being with yourself. And that's what I've got for you, sweetheart.
True. Absolutely right. I love the details you pick up on. I love I can get like the overall. I love that. I love this. This is so much fun. So much fun.
We have Rossi, Jessry, and Nancy.
I don't know what I said last time. What did I say last time? Okay, wait. Rossi, Jessry, and Nancy. Okay, I'll just see what comes up. Rossi popped up first. I just heard Rossi.
Okay,
I just heard Rossi. Okay. Now I'm making a line under the word patience so I could see the next word. I asked for a word because that's how the frequency comes in. Okay. All right. Are you kidding? Really? Okay. They didn't say shuffle the cards. They said go look through the cards. I love how they do that to me. They're gonna. Oh, someone just here. Oh, they gave me 2 cards. 2 cards. Let's see. Ooh. Sorry, it's not a bad. It's just a feeling. Okay. You got 2 shamans, my dear. One's of loss. Okay, now I'm working on it. See, I have to go sideways, sissy. Shaman of loss. And then there's shaman of purification. So something says. I don't know if you've lost an individual recently or you felt like you have. Oh, time to heal. Oh, I'm trying one thing. Sorry, guys. And this is Rossi. Time to heal the connection to your heart. There's a very sad feeling. I'm sorry to say. I'm not sorry, but I'm honest. I'm sorry with you. I don't know what it is. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and it's all good. Maybe someone around you, but there's a feeling of an innate underneath sub emotional thing of, could be your pain body, could be your auric body, could be a change that needs to come. But there's some kind of meaning of shaman, but it's to purify, and to purify a loss, to clean something through, to create something new, to, wow, I'm rhyming, to rebuild the connection back to the heart, to come back to source, and source will hold you. Just give in to source. Give up your power to source right now. Source will hold you. Not even an angel, source itself will hold you. Whatever it is, it's not small. It may seem small, but it's not small. But it's time to heal, not to jump, not to run, not to overly build stuff. Time to be, just be, just be. And when you've healed, come out and then join us and do what you have to do. But if it's you I feel it's you with you, and there's a part of you that's just about to completely elevate itself. It's beautiful. But you have to lose something to do that. I mean, it is compromise, and it is a trade-off. You have to. You have to shed something. It's like a snake sheds its skin. You have to. It can't grow if it doesn't. It's like it grows into a chrysalis and becomes a butterfly. You have to. But it's good, though. It's solemn energy, but it's good. You have to fall into the light. That's the heart. So go to the lightest part of yourself, and we love you. I heard sources say, we love you, and we're waiting for you to come, and we're here for you. And that's all I can say, because I sense it might be very personal if I go too far. And I don't ever speak of personal issues, because that's not my place to say in a public forum. And that's my respect to you.
Right. And not to mention that we can't do it anyway, even if we wanted to. I mean, like when they say no, they literally mean no. And if we
first you heard what I heard, yeah.
Finally sometimes push a little, but when they're emphatic and adamant, there's no play. We said no. So and then that's when that no is a complete sentence, and everything else is relevant. Yes.
Yeah. She felt me. Yeah.
Hi Amanda. I'm getting like I almost feel like this is kind of like a reminder, Rossi. I feel like when I was reading through this, it says, don't forget to put aside your instinct when you need to be in the situation rationally, right? So paired that with inspiration, right? So sometimes when I see intellect and intel paired with the flower of life, I have to think about this as a reminder, right? This is maybe it's old patterns that sometimes we have to break, and we're in the process of that, and that's why it's the flower of life. It's not necessarily the whole tree. It's just about de-weeding our flowers, or clipping back the part that is stopping the bulb from blooming or something. It's something very simple. It's something that we can tweak or we can grow into. It doesn't mean that we aren't still perfect, because we all have those imperfections that actually make us perfect, right? It's what we kind of fall into that fits, that we end up doing and tweaking and making our own, and it kind of forms a better version of us, the best version of us, the highest version of us in some kind of way. Even if it's just in our own eyes, we don't have to impress anybody else. Our matching energy will find us, right? So when I see these two together, I definitely get kind of warning, remember, don't forget we're working on this. I'm a bit of a procrastinator, so whoever this is that's coming in, just as a reminder, like, don't forget, you haven't picked the journal up in a few months, a few weeks, or you haven't, gone into a good dream state and done any self-healing in a REM state, or spring cleaning, that's getting ready to come up. We're on somewhere in our 22-day countdown. We're getting closer and closer. So there's a lot of reasons they would want to pair this with the fact of the feeling I'm going to get. It's just a reminder, honey, that, take your time, but it's just a reminder that you're working on you. So be gentle with you. And that's what I got for you, sweetheart.
Yes. I firmly agree. I'm just reading chat at the same time.
Oh, no, absolutely. Absolutely. She says, I need to really establish my spiritual practice. Take your time. Absolutely take your time. Do not rush it. There's no time concept like man except for with man. So that's a conversation that they don't like me getting into. So I'm not even going to go there, but all I can tell you is take as long as you need.
Yeah.
As long as you need, understand and comprehend. Take your time.
Take your time. That's absolutely right.
We've got Jess, Ree, and Nancy.
Nancy. They just came out like that. Nancy. Stop that. All right. You have my sister's name, by the way. All right, can we synthesize this? Because you're coming at me in all directions. Big one, Nancy. Intuition is not the word. Oh, one, I feel like I'm bombarded. I can't write the word bombarded. Bombarded with knowledge. I just heard bombarded with knowledge, and it's wow. I saw a library just now. Woo, that's fun. Ooh, that library. Which one is it? No. I just saw a library where you're moving. How do I do this? Like this is a book, right? I don't know. Here's a book of the soul, and you're moving it from one shelf to another, higher, lower, around, wherever it elevates to. It's kind of like you have a job in your ethereal sense, in your auric sense, your spiritual sense, where you, I don't know if you realize you do it, but at night, when you're meditating, you move it back and forth. You're moving around when beings, not just people, well, mainly for Earth, yeah. For like Gaia, like she has like a library of all the souls, is what she showed me. And then she said you help her take all the souls' scrolls or information, and then you move it and you help file the library. You're like the librarian in her special soul space of where souls get their information recorded that they have evolved and grown. You have a very important job. I'm curious, did you know you have this job? That's my question. That's my question to Nancy. Does she know she has this job or not? That's my main question. Because if you do, it's the way of saying thank you for doing it. And if you didn't realize you have it, your mind is going to be blown on what you can do. Because
she says no, she didn't. She doesn't know this.
All right. Okay, cool. All right. So now when you meditate, you can ask Gaia to go into the, what do you want to call it, Gaia? The records.
I think you just want me to say what your name is.
Records library of souls. Record library of souls with an apostrophe. Achievement's not the word. Expansion. So you're in like the in between space. Records. Okay, you help. I'm writing you help in. So if ever I get a question again, I can always look at the note. You help in the records library of souls expansion for Gaia. And you're like her little helper. You're bigger than you think. You've been here how many times? 582 times. You were reincarnated here 582 times. Bureau of Statistics of Souls Academy. There you go. Close, very close. Yeah, very much. Yeah, something like that. I like it. It doesn't matter what you call it. It's just the library where the souls expand. Exactly. Exactly right. Thomas probably got it better than I did, but I described it then. Yeah, a very cool place to be. Yeah. Rossi's asking, have you taken a Akashic record class? I don't know if she even needs one, to be honest, Rossi. I think she already has it down. Like if she goes to the class, she'll be like, all right, this is how that works, and this is where this goes. Like she doesn't even need, she'll probably be able to teach it at this point. Wow. Yeah, it's your message. That's as simple as it came. This is one of the things you do. My eye is twitching. Yes.
So, Nancy, one of the beautiful beings that I invited in from the other side, his name is Natar, or something like that. He has a very strong accent because I do believe he's some sort of light being. I don't know. He's kind of like a purplish blue, and he's kind of like got a like a crystal ball, smoky looking thing on his brain going on, right?
Ooh.
So anyway, he says that he would like to invite you to like explore with him or whatever, that there's something very important that you will be doing starting in 14 to 22 months, depending on how quickly you start not really necessarily understanding, but maybe learning something. Like I feel like you're kind of unlearning something, because the card that I got was a card of understanding that without a period of pause, you won't be able to make the necessary sacrifices for yourself, and you will maybe choose the chaos because it's comfortable instead of the new path, and obtain the greatest advantage because of a tainted perspective. You got number 12. I cannot pronounce what this god's name is, but the matching card he wanted you to pick was the Andromedans, right? And the Andromedans are about understanding
balance,
losing a concept of free will and gaining it in another way, but also manifesting something by learning what isn't serving and cutting that off, making that be your sacrifice, not something that you actually need, or hurting yourself in a physical way. Permanently releasing what you know wasn't working. It's kind of like those happy accidents that you know didn't work, that are building the platform and the stairs for it to make it much easier for you to just kind of just maybe stand on your tiptoes and grab that flag down, instead of looking up going, I'll never get there. Not at this angle, but I think very quickly within maybe the next 25 months, you're going to be much higher than you are today. And that's the message I got for you.
Yep. Fully agreed.
So we have, please don't quit computer. You're doing craziness. All right. We have just left. And then I'm going to go ahead and do last call. And you guys know what last call is. You have about 60 seconds to 90 seconds to get a me in there. And then we will be closing it down. So last call on reads. If you don't think you're probably not, because Just Read's the only one I got starred. So you better get them in right now. Ooh, okay. Nicole, whenever you're ready.
I'm getting a weird drawing, so I'm doing it right now. It's kind of fun. I got some cool spirals. Kind of know what that one means. They're telling me ask the right way. Have you been traveling recently, and has it slightly confused you that you've been traveling through portals or timelines or something? Because I got the coolest picture that I just found. Oh, yeah. You can see it. See the little swirlies? These little swirlies, and then it kind of pulls through a portal. Swirly through a portal, and then it goes through the portal. And that's kind of like you, that little flower thing on the side. I'm not good at it. I'm trying to look at the angle. See? And then there. And then this is how you come in and out. And you kind of swirl through that portal thing. Something tells me that you've been doing a lot of moving around with your soul. and maybe a new thing, but I don't know. Maybe you already know. It's kind of fun. You're doing a lot of moving around. Whether it's is it exploring? I'm asking, or it's learning how to expand your boundary, expand the boundaries. Expand the boundaries. Dreaming, there it is. Dreaming, there. That's what I was looking for. Good. So if you're in that space and you're moving around and just dreaming and it's going in all these cool places, you're not dreaming, darling. You're moving. That's you through your dream state. Sorry, I'm on the wrong side. Dream state, and you're kind of just going everywhere. I would say bring a scout or a guide with you when you're doing it, just to be safe. Because if you're unaware that you're dreaming it, you may be going to places and be unaware that you are actually there. Like if you're swimming in your dream, you're actually swimming in the you're swimming. Your soul is swimming. You're not in your body. You're swimming. If you're how do I do this? If you're like walking up, a mountain and you're hiking with a bunch of people or something, or a bunch of beings, you're actually hiking. So you can ask a good question. You can ask the I would directly ask source, or even like whoever you're comfortable with, any entity that you're comfortable with, whether it's an angel, however you want it to present, to you. Say, I need the most benevolent, protective, kind, knowledgeable guide that can direct me to, and let's just walk around me. So if I'm in a situation, or your soul's in a situation that's not something you can recognize, that you'd be not in the best place, for example, you then have that guide, right? Like a tour guide kind of thing. Let's call it a spiritual tour guide, to help you through and say, hey, guess what? You're doing great, but right now this is not the safest place for your energetic field. We need you to move now. Yeah, like, come on, get up and go here. We'll move you over here. And there's no insulting. It's nothing horrible. Yeah. I was thinking Jesus, by the way. Thank you. That's what I was. Thanks, Jess. I had a feeling. And even ask for Jesus's mother-in-law. Mother-in-law? No, grandmother. Not mother-in-law. Grandma. Anna. She was in a scene. Ask her to. She'll come through to help you. So the family, the Jesus family, definitely will help you through. Do it. Do them. They'll guide you through it, and then they'll say, whoa, not safe here for you. Doesn't mean it's insulting to them or where you are. It not means you're not unsafe. It just means your energetic marker, or your field, or however you want to present it to yourself, because that's pretty much how it works. It's your perception of, has to be matching that frequency where you're in. And if it doesn't match and you don't realize it, you have to be moved. So they'll be like, okay, let's go. We'll move you here. We'll get you there. We'll go somewhere else. Yeah. You can even say, can I go to a place that has lots of rainbows? Yeah. Can I go floating somewhere? You can ask and they'll take you. It's really cool. But Source wants you to play around like this, because this will open up quite a bit of your awareness. It's going to be wonderful. This is a first step to many, many, many wonderful new steps. And I just heard Hershey can take the rest of the answer. It's all you, honey.
So I got more than one wanting to speak, but I listened to the first one, and the first one mainly spoke about trusting your intuition, right? When I heard them out, I understood them to be something in the Fae realm, but not quite as big as an elf, but bigger than like a brownie.
I know the one. They're cute.
I'm not quite sure what their makeup name, their genetic scientific creature name would be, because I just usually call them creature unless I specifically know them and
Yeah.
recognize their type of species. But
Yeah.
it was more about you, like, even sometimes in your sleep, like they feel like you wake yourself up because either you're scared you're gonna fall, or
Yeah.
um
That's it.
they it's a hesitation. So they want you to kind of like think happy thoughts, like instead of traumatic things or watching disturbing things or things that make your mind wander, kind of
Mm-hmm.
focus on things that make your stomach get butterflies, or happy places, waterfalls, peaceful places, watching clouds, thunderstorms, something more natural. I have to have sound, so it's not necessarily what it is as long as it's sound. So this feels a little more direct. There's also the second one I talked to they came in as a mimic fae, right?
Hmm.
I deal with a lot of mimics and fays and all of them, and my favorites are kind of mimics once they get control of their self, because until they get control of their self, they don't have control. They mimic everything they see, right? And this one wasn't young. This one was in control, but this one said that sometimes your energy makes him be reminded of when you make them be reminded of when they were young and not in control. So it felt like two of these guides that maybe have worked with you before um, want to work with you again. So
Yeah.
maybe calling them in and learning to understand your process, what will help you gain security, will help you ultimately slowly kind of build you a web so that you may bounce in different areas of that web, but because you built it, it will hold you, it will support you. So maybe just take in a little bit more trust factors with yourself,
Mm.
and learn that when you're asleep, you're also in that same safe
Yes.
cocoon webbed area, that hammock that couldn't fall no matter what it's going through. So just learning some trusting factors within yourself in your wake and in your REM state will help you in the dream state to possibly go farther with even your meditations and your daydreams. And that's the message I got for you, Jasri.
Yeah, absolutely.
Amanda, I saw you.
Yep.
So Amanda, when your question came in, we were in a paused situation. But when I reopened for last call, I went ahead and starred you. Hi,
Okay,
Cosmic.
Amanda, it is.
So, Amanda, do you want your read? Let me know. Otherwise, I will unstar you, but I did have you starred. So we have 4 left. Questions are now officially
Cool.
closed. They're not going to be full personal out messages for these last 4. They're just going to kind of be quick little generals, because both of us are pulling in a lot of power and it is not fully draining, but we
No,
still
no,
have
no.
a lot to do. So we need to kind
Yeah.
of wrap it in here, and we will go ahead with the generals, which is kind of like a little bit like quickies. So we're going to start at the top, and the very top one is Harley.
Harley. Okay. Harley. Violet. Calm. Seek. Solace. In getting message. Your intuition. Hmm. Trust yourself. Okay, I got a violet color. Yep. Stay in your calm. seek some solace. I spelled the wrong solace all wrong. and trust in your intuition and yourself. And whatever is or not coming up, that's my way of saying things. Like, shiitake's hitting the fan kind of thing. It doesn't matter one way or the other. It is what it is, and you're doing well, and things are going better than you realize. So it's all good. It's actually all good. You have to just trust yourself and your intuition a lot more than you are. There's a lot of doubt, and you need to get those like eco-driven things out of you. Space, go up, like get the tsetse flies out. Go, don't eat them, don't eat them, don't eat them. Waft them out because they're not you, and they're not you. They're not having to do with you. They're just there to cause a little chaos and play around, kind of thing. My darling, Your turn.
Hi, Cosmic. So, basically, what I got for you was the feminine part of you, right? I want you to kind of bring in, Sonia, the part of you that doesn't always have to be so defensive, doesn't have to be so harsh, doesn't have to be so soft, right? You need, or does it have to not be soft? What I want you to bring in more of that softness to yourself, that tenderness to yourself, that intimacy to yourself. And the intimacy, I say it a lot, is that into me I see, right? They paired it with the third eye. The third eye, as most people understand it, is seeing things within that are without, as above, so below, so the universe to the soul, right? But it's about the vision, the ultimate bigger picture. It's about the meditations, the levels of meditations you have to reach in order to open your third eye, to start manifesting it, to want to wake up, to get that gem rolling around in there and say, okay, I'm ready to activate, so you really have to trust in yourself. So I really want you to take some time and just soften your insides, not your outsides. You got to have, that thicker skin, because we're human, and humans are sometimes assholes, right? So sometimes we have to have that tougher exterior just to get through a day, a moment, an hour, breath, right? Depending on what kind of shit job we got to deal with when it comes to other races and beings and species and all of it, right? We can only take so much, right? But this is about pampering, is what I'm feeling. That feminine inside of you, that side, that soft, delicate flower, that beautiful, delicate, intimate you. And that's the message I got for you, sweetheart.
Yep. It's probably intuition part.
Fogo.
Still love that name, Fogo Pogo. Every time I type it hurts me. Every time. Look outside of your immediate. You have an interesting message. Look outside your immediate space to find what you're looking for. Wow. What an interesting statement. And I'm going to put quotes on the words that are quotes. And I'm very curious to see what Hershey gets, because this is what I got. I don't know if you can translate further. Be my guest, my darling, because I'm intrigued. It says, look outside of your immediate space. Okay, space, 2 quotes. Space. Did I do that right? I finally got it right. To find what you're looking for. Now, the quotes mean, right? Like, space could be how you define it, and what you're looking for is the question that I'm actually kind of asking myself. Are you looking too hard for something? Maybe is something working and not working, and then you're thinking it's working, but it's not working, and then you overthink it. Then there's a careful line in here. There's a word like careful. You don't go too far in one area. Just kind of try to make more sense of what it is around you, and look a little outside of you, because it may not be right in your vicinity to whatever it is you are either trying to create, try to become, try to do. And the concept is, it's asking, this concept I'm hearing is to expand and to be more trusting of the full reception of what you were meant to receive, because there's more around you than you are actually making use of. Oh, you. That's what I was told. Now I'm told, oh, you. I don't know what you could do with that,
All
but
me?
that's what.
All me, huh?
Oh, you know.
So,
I don't know. That's how
um,
interesting. Just
you
saying.
know,
Sorry,
mine is
honey.
about the message that I'm picking up the most on, and it's coming in from what I feel is like a Syrian kind of being, right? This kind of creature is about growing, right? They start very, very small to ratio, right? To where they end, right? It's like they grow to their space. So they
Yes.
control their own self, their own ego by meagerly and modestly, I feel, growing a house so that they don't become too big for their own britches. They feel
Yeah.
like they remind themselves that their needs are met, you know? So I feel like that's kind of the message they're just kind of impressing on me about your needs are met. You need to work on one want at a time. And I feel like they're telling me to take that want and then grow it and manifest it so that it becomes a part of your and your future existence, not your right now existence, you know, not worrying about when it comes. It's it if it comes now, will I nurture it? Will I lovingly be able to be everything it needs me to be as well as I need it to be, right? I want it that bad. But that kind of want they're reminding me is the kind of want that comes with limited love, limited obligations, limited limits. You know, it's not the unlimited, you know, it's not the one that you worked for it. It became a manifestation that you dream about, that you write about, that you mold, that you craft, that you create, that you bring, that you kind of feel like you earned it. You treated yourself for it. You know what I'm saying? So I want you to always remind yourself that everything that you're doing, never get too big for your own britches. Never outgrow your need, your basic need, because your wants are worth working for. And that's the message I got for you, Pogo.
You're spot on, because she said as well, she said she's looking, her friends aren't as they're not kind of fulfilling her needs, so she has to look outside of them in a sense. And she said as well that she probably needs to kind of expand that, or maybe put herself out there a little more in a different way. That's how I read what she wrote. So that makes sense. That makes 100% sense. See?
Good.
See, I told you it was quizzical. It was a quizzical one. It wasn't one of those that made. That's why I passed it on in such a strange way. I know, fun, but it happens.
So, okay, Amanda, I just want to understand. So you're saying you are passing for tonight, right? If you want to pass, sweetheart, you absolutely have every right. This is not a forced thing at all. So can I get a real quick yes or no, Amanda? Do you want to pass? And if Amanda doesn't want her read, then I believe we have completed our reads. I don't believe I missed anybody. Did I, moderators? I believe Thomas has been on it.
I mean, if Amanda, if you're more than welcome. I am not I'm in the afternoon. I'm good for now. Yeah, so you're more than welcome.
Yes to what? Yes, she's passing, or she wants to wait, or yes, she wants it. I'm gonna need
So
just a
yes,
little bit more. I don't want to have to like pull teeth, guys. I apologize.
just
I
right.
just want to
Yes,
understand.
and if you write
Yes
yes,
to a
yes,
read.
read.
Okay, she's saying
Yes,
yes to a read. Okay, okay.
okay. All right.
Amanda, then this is for you, and then we will be closing out with a blessing and wishing you guys the best weekend ever.
Your power. Stand in your power more than, oops, bad letter. You have been. So you, wow, you got a big one, can be more. I don't like the word more. You could be better aware. Find a better word for that. Aware that you are on the right track. The right path, even though it may seem is the key word here. Seem like it doesn't fit. But you did create something that doesn't seem like it fits very pretty. But let's just say it is very pretty. Because after you get past the not so pretty, and it's not that bad. Yeah, it's going to be like a release, like a finally I could take a little break kind of thing. It's good. You're on the right path. Just you're doubting yourself too. There are a lot of doubtings lately. A lot of people. I'm noticing the collectives doing it. I get why. We don't need to doubt each other. My interview went well today. You read it? Okay. Good. Yeah. So don't worry. It will work. I don't know if the interview is going through. I'm glad it went wonderfully, but just remember, if it doesn't, then guess what? You're on the right path. You're in the energetic path is good. It's not like you're on some icky timeline that's gross and it's not for you. You're on the right path. So just keep at it. It's going to come in the time that it's meant to come with what you're seeking. That's how the words came out. Interesting. My darling, your turn. It's all you.
Oh gosh. So I'm just I'm listening, but I'm also kind of skimming through the comments, and I'm gonna spend just a minute after I finish my part of Amanda's beautiful read, and then we're gonna spend a few minutes with you guys. We're gonna say a blessing, and we're gonna start our weekend. Matter of fact, I'm taking the whole weekend off. I've just got a lot going on. I can't wait to share it with you guys, but I kind of need to be present and be current, and that means I kind of got to leave you guys in suspense. So we got something to talk about when I get back. So Amanda, what I really, really, really want you to know is that there's a cultural advantage that you have that you may not be aware of. So there's a very old creature that is sitting here with me that has came through, and now I understand. There is a Gorgon sitting with me. I don't know if you understand what a Gorgon is, but if you understand any theories or stories of Medusa, Athena, Crete, the older mythology stories, you can look up what a Gorgon is, and you can find out that when they make something evil and nasty, they also make something balanced, so it has to have a good. So there are those that come through that are about sensuality, loving thyself, not turning everything into stone. Maybe they help things flower. Maybe they help you as a warning sign to where you are around evil, or when you are in the presence of something that's not so friendly and could maybe bite you or hurt you, stab you in the back. or serve you some poisoned apples or something. So what I want you to understand is that the Gorgon that came through with the message for you tonight is really coming through about love. So much so that that was the card that they pulled for you. This is the love card. The love card is knowing that your advantage is you have the ability to look into yourself and talk to the yous of prior walks, and you can see what it is about that walk that you love the most. And then you'll find out that when you talk to all the different versions of you through the energy of the Gorgon that wants to work with you, you will be able to, in many ways, kind of every single snake head that Gorgon will have will be a different rendering of you through their eyes, right? This Gorgon is as old as your soul is, and the pairing and the way that you just trust in this being is not the kind of lightness that is easy to be carried, because this kind of light work is very, very heavy. These kind of creatures carry bad reps. They're misunderstood so often. That's like the black snake. It's mistaken for something much worse, and it's usually beheaded or killed. And then they find out, oh my God, I just killed what was going after what I thought I killed, or now I have rats and mice in my barns and in my fields because I got rid of one of my first lines of defense, right? So there's a natural connection to you, and even if it's not a spoken connection, in your manifesting worlds and your dreamlike states, you have the ability to love and reach parts of you that's not easy for other people. So don't take advantage of that gift without reminding everything about you of why you're deserving that kind of powerful gift within knowing yourself. And that's the message I got for you, sweetie.
Yep. Beautiful.
Ooh.
I like that. I like the Gorgon. I think Medusa's cool.
Oh, I love them. I work with a couple of them. I love them. I think they're incredibly wonderful. I mean, I believe they're considered a fake creature, but they're wonderful. I love them. So
they're lovely.
I saw some really great chat going on, and I appreciate all of the great comments, guys. There was
Miserable.
one. If I could just find it here, I don't know. My voice is sounding. I'm tired, guys. Not physically. I mean, I'm like my body's tired. I've been going pretty hard for days now. So, she says, Hershey, I could feel.
Yep.
You have the strongest energy in a good way. I could feel it being pulled right through the screen. Oh, love you, chica. Love. Nancy says, Heather, I think she was like, this was just in general, but when I read it, I was like, wow, that's wonderful.
Yeah,
she says, I hope you have a chance to scroll back my reading on replay. Absolutely amazing. By the way, I sleep upon reflection. It makes sense. My husband used to tell me that when I sleep, he sees auras. Wow.
See?
Sound like you are a busy person. I love that. So
that is
do you have a blessing or anything you would like to close with tonight, our beautiful Cosmic Nicole?
I'm beautiful, you're beautiful, silly. Hold on, I'm getting there.
Absolutely, we're all beautiful.
My leg just pulled and my back is going. Funky monkey. All right, here we go. Oh, come on, dude. You know who's doing this, and I'm not going to mention it here, but you know why I'm doing all these weird body movements. So I'm just trying to. My leg went out.
Heavy, yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, all right. Oh, I have a question. Do they want a specific entity or being or master or whatever to come through before I do it, or do they just want source?
You know
I'll
what?
leave it
Us gems love anybody that is above us and we can trust that they are saying something to us for our highest good.
Who was that? Someone just did that. Who are you? That was fun. Ooh. I don't know the name of this one. I see a indigenous native. See the feathers. Wow, lots of feathers. This is an honored indigenous holy man, healer, holy woman, androgyny. Androgyny. It's a two soul. What do they got? Twin soul, two soul? Something like that? Where it's both in the same body?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like it's they don't identify as man nor a woman. It's kind of like the binary today kind of thing, right? Or whatever they call it. I'm not millennial. I don't know. Whoever it was millennial, translate that one. Just say androgynous, both sexes is felt in this beautiful being. Where do you come from? I'm asking. Or where did you work most? Oh wow, I call it the four corners. It's really New Mexico, Arizona, Utah, that kind of area, and northern Mexico. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Tribe no longer has a name. They're extinct. Oh goodness. But they're ancient. That's lovely. And this one's saying, sorry for all the talk. I'm trying to get through. It's fun this way. Wow, I see the smoke. Oh, I'm in one of those beautiful sweat lodges with the smoke and the incense. Oh, they're burning the herbs. Oh, it's so beautiful in here. I hope you could feel this. I hope it's coming through. It's so gorgeous in here. Where are we? Okay. We need to, as a human race, they need the human race beings all to unite consciously. It's not enough to recycle. It's not enough to upcycle. You do have to, as a collective, as an actual collective, put pressure on your governments, corporations, however you do it, whether you use less of an object or something that causes damage and pollution to the earth, to the water. What we've done is we've first polluted the ground, the dirt. Mother Gaia, her dirt, her what gives you the seeds and the plants and the food and your sustenance. We've somewhat, not fully destroyed. We've, as a human collective, you have damaged that, but it will be repaired. It can be repaired. There is a solution. You need to work on the governments, corporation, businesses. You need to think locally, build community gardens, and make more local food available. Even in smaller towns would be ideal, where there's less pollution from cars and ethanol, methyl. Oh gosh, I'm getting big fancy words. I can use them, but they're not. Oh, don't fall bag. 1 second. Leave the room. I didn't ask you to come in here. I'm doing something. Thank you. Sorry, Hershey. Sorry, everybody. 1 second. I'll come back to her. Them. To work with the corporations, work with the businesses, or even work with the corporations and show them a kindness, not just if they don't work for you and they don't work with a negotiation to try to negotiate, you can do things. If you are a person of power and you work in business or marketing or anything like that, you have power. That's yours. You are the superpowers. If you work within government or local government, anything, power. Look for a local council. Look for a town meeting. Anything to change the way your community works. Start a community garden group. Find an empty lot, find an empty area, create it, build it, make it your own, and start thinking local, start thinking geothermal, start thinking wind farms, start thinking solar energy more, start thinking wind energy and wave energy if you're near more water that can do that. Think what works for your area. You have multiple timelines, but multiple timelines give you up to the year between 2026 to 2028, 29-ish, if you're lucky, to get your, I have to put my own word in there, act together. You have to work together. It's together. It's a unified. Okay, there's an image, a beautiful image that Aboriginal people use. I'm still in a, my glasses are off. I can't see. I'm going to try to draw this. I'm drawing it without even looking. I have no glasses on. I can't see. If you don't understand it all, I'm so sorry. It's is it on the screen? Yes?
Yes.
Does everyone see it? Okay, cool. Now the circle means the center is all the one that you are. You are all those dots around. Meet. This is a meeting symbol in Aboriginal art. It is stunning. It means everyone come together. Everyone unify. Everyone come from all angles. Everywhere. Please come from everywhere to everyone with everyone. Do not let your differences divide you. Let them provide. Now you're playing with my computer? Provide a space for all to be welcome, not just those that are most comfortable for you. Even those that don't believe in what you believe in, let them experiment for the greater good of all, so everyone works together. So plant your own gardens if you have a backyard. Make a small patch. Share it with your neighbors. Plant a tree with fruits and nuts or anything. Start thinking now. Now is the time. Now is you are the power. You are the ones that will, as it said in your Bible, the meek shall inherit the earth. You are now here to inherit the earth, inherit it. Take her. She's asking you. She is begging you. She wants your help. She wants all of your help. Every single one of you. Every single one. If you are the kind of petition person to stop dropping waste into a waterway, that's where you go. If you help with funding cleaning the oceans, because they are and they have the tools now, help them. Fund them if you have that ability. Anything and everything you can do. Doesn't mean stop the economy. It means use what you have and recycle and upcycle and encourage every single local government. I did not say government as a big government. I said small government, local government, to have recycling plants, recycling bins, huge spaces like nets you can throw things in that they can take these massive things and recycle them for the community. If there are clothes in there that can be used, they will use them. If there's furniture that can be upcycled, they will fix them. Think big. Think very big. Think very, very big. And even those who doubt you will come around eventually. And if they don't, then please do not worry when their consequence is their consequence of their actions.
Absolutely.
We are of the collective that helped you seed and feed yourselves. We love you.
Beautiful.
We send you kindness. We send you gratitude. And we are in awe of the human race. Thank you for being just who you are. Hopeful, overly emotional, lovely beings of absolute grace, beauty, love, and compassion. We leave you now. Wow, she's cool. It's cool. They're cool. They're cool. That was
Lord,
cool.
that was beautiful. I got
That was cool.
goosies. That was
It
good.
was cool. Something came in and
All
knocked
right,
over my bag.
everybody. I'm not even going to try to say anything over that. That was beautiful. Good night, everybody. Many blessings this weekend. And if you get a chance, adopt a plant. And if you do, tell me what you get.
Yes.
Love your
Anything.
faces. Keep hope alive. And I will see you next time. And it will be next week on Meta Messages. So I will see you Monday at 11 o'clock in the morning with Moon Scarab. Ramon will be doing Meta Messages. I'm excited. So I will see you guys Monday. But other than that, Nicole and I will see you in 2 or 3 weeks, and we will be back with guided conversation from the universe and source. Good night, everybody.
Bye, guys.